You're going to have significantly more impact on the world becoming the first and the best of yourself than you are trying to emulate or replicate someone else.
Hey, what's up, Joey?
Pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've seen a couple of the episodes, and I'm excited to now be sitting in the chair here. I heard that I get a free cut and shampoo and the whole thing while I'm here, right?
Yeah, maybe.
No? Maybe next episode?
Next episode, maybe.
Okay, perfect.
So I know you're doing a lot of amazing work in the community, also with your business. Can you please tell me about what it's like to be a young person running a business? Of this kind of magnitude?
Yeah, I mean, I think it allows us to have a different perspective, and I think it helps us quite a bit. We try to use, between myself and my partners, our respective ages to the best of our advantage. I've been working across the intersection of sports media and entertainment from a really young age, starting at 9 or 10 years old, and now 24 and managing partner, co-founder of First Serve Partners. We're a venture capital firm investing in early stage businesses across sports media, entertainment, and consumer. And the nice thing for us is twofold. One is that a lot of the founders that we're investing in, these incredibly innovative individuals, are close to our own age, or if not our own age, if not a couple of years younger than us. And I think that we're able to form a bit of a different relationship with them, relate to them, understand them in a different way than a lot of other, traditional investors in the space. And, we have a core focus of looking to invest in companies that have young people in mind as their core demographic. For that exact same reason, is that I think we're one of the rare venture firms where the average age of our partners is in their late 20s. And, when we invest in products and platforms and companies that are looking to engage emerging generations, millennials and Gen Zers, we don't have to read about what those people are and how they consume and what they're interested in. We don't have to, we are them, and we understand those demographics, those generations in a very authentic and unique way. And I think we're able to lend advice and feedback and add value to our portfolio companies through that unique perspective in a different way than, as I said, some of your more traditional venture firms that are maybe of a different demographic or generation or what have you. So it definitely comes with its share of challenges as well. But I think that we always try and use our age and our perspective to the best of our advantage, however we can.
And what advice would you give to the next generation of leaders that want to start their own business and want to pursue entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I think there are two different things that have always stuck with me that I always try and tell young people when I speak at universities or high schools or whatever it may be. And the first thing is that when you are driven at a young age and want to become a young entrepreneur, especially when you're in your teens, when you're in your 20s, you are constantly going to be overlooked, you're going to be doubted, you're going to be questioned, and you may be just as smart and just as talented and have an incredible vision for the future of whatever industry it is that you're looking to disrupt, but solely because of your age, and perceived lack of experience, you may be questioned because of it. And the way to combat that is to be as prepared and well-studied and well-researched as possible. And one of the things that we tell ourselves amongst our team, and we tell the people we invest in, is that we wake up every single day with the goal to be the best in the world at what we do. We want to be better than anyone else. We are, myself and my partners are all athletes ourselves. We all played either Division I or professional sports, and we have that mentality of waking up every day and working as hard as we can to become the best in the world at what you do, and learning as much as possible, practicing as much as possible, studying as much as possible. We are, constantly reading as much as we can, not only about the industries we cover, but about venture altogether, about other forms of investing, about what people who have come before us have done well and not well. trying to have as well-researched and knowledgeable and deep perspective of what we do as possible to hopefully allow us to, become the best in the world at what we do and constantly have that, that passion and that fire inside of us to continue improving and honing in on our own skills. When I was growing up and initially started in the media world, one of my heroes was Stuart Scott, the famous broadcaster and ESPN host. And I remember when I had a chance to chat with him on a number of occasions, and we got to know each other. And on one of these occasions, it was right after I started hosting my ESPN radio show down here in South Florida. And at the time I was 16 years old, I was the youngest person in the country to be hosting a show on an ESPN network. And I saw him at the Gatorade Athlete of the Year Awards in LA, and I went up to him and I said, I've got great news for you. And I told him about the show, and I said, I think I'm on my way to becoming the next Stuart Scott. And he said, no, he said, you're on your way to becoming the first Joey Brander. And he said, you're going to have significantly more impact on the world becoming the first and the best of yourself than you are trying to emulate or replicate someone else. And I think that's something that he exemplified exceptionally well in his life with his unique style and cadence, and everything that made him special is exemplified in that piece of advice. And I think that's something that, for young people, it's great to do exactly what I said and learn from everyone that, came before you. But on the flip side, it's equally important to use that knowledge and also your own self-reflection to understand what separates you, what makes you different, what makes you unique, what has shaped your perspective, and allow that to create that personal brand, that personal thesis, that personal vision for yourself, which you can then, follow and perfect and work towards. There is nothing, or there are few things more difficult in the professional world than being an entrepreneur. And that's something that anyone watching at home who is an entrepreneur, a past entrepreneur, a budding entrepreneur can all relate to, is that it's incredibly difficult. Starting a business, building a business, scaling a business is incredibly difficult. It takes a very unique set of skills and personality and grit and determination. And I think, those couple of things, keeping them in mind, can help all the young people watching as they're looking to start their own businesses as well.
Right. And you're definitely an inspiration to the next generation of leaders that want to pursue entrepreneurship. And also, your work hasn't gone unnoticed. You were recently at the United Nations for a leadership conference. Can you please tell me about that experience and what was that like?
So this was my third year attending some of the UN General Assembly events. This year I was part of the UN Business Forum as well as the Caspian Business Summit. It's just an honor to be there amongst world leaders and dignitaries and business leaders and young innovators and activists and just the group of people that all come together during that week in New York. It is an honor, it's a privilege, it is fascinating to just be in the room and listen to the ideas that everyone comes to the table with and contribute as well, and learn about other individuals and cultures and businesses and things that we may have never even thought of before or were aware of. And it's always a privilege to be able to go there. I hope that I can, I'll be invited back again in future years. And we always say that it's the best possible scenario when you can, do good and do well simultaneously, and that it's not just about the financial reward, that there's also something to be said for creating a legacy and a lasting impact and contributing something positive to not only the world in general, but into your industries, into the people that you work with. And I think that's, the world of venture capital, I think is wrongly looked at as, venture capitalists are sharks, like you see on television. And I think that, yes, we are all competing with each other. Yes, we're looking to make the best deals possible. But at the end of the day, we only succeed when the founders we invest in and the teams that we invest in succeed.
Right.
Our success is determined by their success. So yes, we're looking to make the best deal possible, but we're also looking to put the founders that we invest in, their teams, their communities, in the best position possible to succeed, to grow, to scale. and to hopefully eventually exit. And that's how we succeed as well. So it is as much as it's looked at as being a shark-filled industry, it's a team sport. And we're working alongside each and every one of these individuals to help their dreams become a reality and help them fulfill their visions, and in turn, hopefully we'll do well also. So, I think that the UN and especially their business events are the perfect, exhibition of exactly that, of being able to do well and do good simultaneously.
Thank you so much for your time,
I appreciate
Joey.
it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.